Catherine West.
Thank you very much, Mr Sharma. It's a pleasure to serve under your chairmanship, and also to hear the opening speech from the member for Carshalton and Wellington, and also to hear the work of the All-Party Group, which is chaired by the member for Mitcham and Morden, which does such an excellent job to highlight the discrimination against the Ahmadi community. And we know that freedom of religion or belief, as was so carefully laid out by the member for Congleton, who is known in this place for raising those issues, and we in this Parliament hold dear those concepts of peace and democracy. In every country, in every community, we firmly believe that people should be able to live their lives as they wish and pray and worship in whichever way they feel most appropriate. But sadly, in many parts of the world, religion and belief can lead to persecution, and Pakistan is sadly among those places. It has been the case that we've repeatedly raised concerns about blasphemy laws and the worrying situation for minorities in Pakistan when having debates on freedom of religion. It's right that we're able to use this opportunity today to shine a spotlight on the particular treatment of Ahmadi Muslims, which is so often overlooked. In fact, even the true figure for the population grouping of Ahmadis is not really known. The House of Commons Library was unable to confirm it could be up to 4.5 million people, but because many people are not included in the census, it's difficult to know the exact number of the community. We heard from the member for Putney about the legal changes and subsequent application of Pakistan's penal code prohibiting Ahmadi Muslims from declaring their faith publicly, propagating their faith, printing or obtaining material related to their faith, building mosques or calling their places of worship mosques, and making the call for Muslim prayers. Virtually any public act of worship, devotion or propagation by an Ahmadi can be treated as blasphemy, a criminal offence punishable by fine, imprisonment or death. And this is a draconian, repressive approach to a minority group who until so relatively recently were seen to be legally as Muslims. According to the US Commission on International Religious Freedom, desecrations on Ahmadi gravestones, an appalling act of disrespect, is a regular occurrence. And this was described by the MP for Hayes and Harlington, who of course goes way back to 2014 and before that in raising these issues here in this House. According to the community's own records, in 2020 alone, 164 Ahmadi gravestones were desecrated by anti-Ahmadi actors. And it's clear that the community is persecuted, and is of little surprise that the global Ahmadi community, some of whom we have with us in the gallery today, have moved their headquarters to the safety of London. However, we must be aware, and many members have raised this, and the Minister will, I'm sure, mention this in his concluding remarks, that we need to be aware of the cyber element to this, because I'm sure that there are people who feel under attack, being a minority here in the UK, and we must all be aware of that, and the government needs to be active on it. We heard the member for Ealing Central and Acton mention that particular issue around the civil society groups in the UK, who do educate others on the importance of the community, but who do worry about the ongoing persecution in Pakistan and beyond. I know the Minister will wish to respond to the points made by the honourable member who called this debate and the specific concerns raised by the community in his constituency. So I wanted to keep my questions brief for the Ministers. The member for Worley said earlier in this debate that it's right that our government should hold Pakistan to account, because we have a lot to do with Pakistan in so many areas, whether it's our diaspora, whether it's our strong relationships with that country. And we are in a very good position when we talk about things like climate change, when we talk about things like poverty, women's rights and so on, with colleagues in Pakistan. Could he outline to us, is he absolutely sure that no UK aid money is being used, perhaps unwittingly, to aid in any persecution or abet any persecution for the Ahmadi community? And secondly, could he say what the FCDO is doing to undertake to protect and promote tolerance, diversity, religious freedoms in Pakistan, specifically where we have that link in with UK aid? I'll leave it there. Thank you very much, Mr.